Hi, this is Sue with Creations by Sue, and in this video I am going to demonstrate how to fix a previously embroidered design by using the Brother PR1055X, the camera on that machine. You can see on this shirt that when it got washed, the blue glitter vinyl, which is just like this vinyl, came off, except for a tiny bit right here. So I am going to be applying a new piece of vinyl to that and adhering it down and then embroidering over it. Evidently, I did not have it adhered well to the shirt, and that is why it came off. So let's get started on this project. This had the satin stitch like this too has embroidered all around these blue areas. So I went ahead and tore that out. And now what I'm going to do is put this piece that I've cut out with my scan and cut over that. It's nice because the placement lines are there. And I'm going to press that on real good with a press. And then I will go ahead and put it into a mighty hoop and line it up with my camera for the restitching. So I'll press it and then I'll be back with it in the mighty hoop. Here it is in the hoop, and I have the new top of the dress all ironed on real well. I used a small heat press to do that. So now I will go ahead and line this up with the camera. I brought the design up with my USB stick, and you can see that on the screen. So I have the whole design, not just the shirt, so that I can match it up as best as possible here. So I'm going to press the Edit End key. And then in order to access the live camera, I'm going into this picture of the machine with the magnifying glass and pressing on that. The machine will move. I press OK. And now I'll have that close-up of the design on the shirt. So I do want to be able to move this around and see it better. So what I'm going to do is press this little magnifying glass with the plus sign in the middle. And that'll bring up some keys that make things easier to work with. All right, so if I want to take like any of this off the screen, I can just press any of these buttons down here. So say that I don't want to rotate it at all, I just press this and rotate disappears. Do the same with this, will work for this area, and the move key works for this area, but I do want to keep them all up. Well, I think I'll take this one off for now, actually the moving the whole design so I can see it better. So first of all, I'm going to move this. I can see this is the outline for the 2. I'm going to move that over this outline on the design. And I'll increase the speed to the 3 arrows to move it a little faster because it's far enough off. One more touch maybe. Almost. Oh, that looks pretty good. Except, okay. So now I'm going to want to rotate it a bit. So I press the rotate key. I'll take the move key off so I can see the rotate better, see it rotating better. And we rotate. Whoops. Must have hit a key. There, I hit the 10 by accident. So this looks way off to me actually. Put the move back up. The other thing I'm going to do is actually go over to the shirt right now because I guess that's where I'm most wanting to see. That is the only thing I need to see. So I think that's going to make things a little easier if I move over towards the shirt, which I'll press this key to get that on the shirt. And now move the design over. Whoops, too far. All right, and I think we have to go down a bit. And right now I'm kind of watching the hair too. I'm going to use the slower movement, which is the second one. The slowest would be the 1 arrow because it's moving so fast that it's skipping it a lot. This is a tedious process, but it's worth it because it'll get the design on exactly where you need it to go if you have to redo something like this. Okay, why is it not moving? I must not be touching it correctly. Okay, that looks almost right. So a little bit over this way. I'll go down to the one arrow to make it go really slow. All right, and maybe just a little bit this way or down. I'm trying to cover that, but maybe I won't be able to cover that. Then I can see the hair is off a little. So I'm going to try to do a little rotation here. Okay, that's better. And then maybe one more. Nope. That's not, well, okay, I know this is taking me a while. I could go off camera and keep working with it. I think you probably get the idea of what I'm doing now. So I'll go off camera, I'll get it straight, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's straight. All right, it looks like it's as good as I'm going to get it. Maybe I should move it down one more notch. Here, we'll bring the move page back up. And put it on the slowest arrow. My glitter flecks may have been just a little bigger than it should have been cut. I cut it on the scan and cut. But it'll be okay if it's not totally covered. I just want this to be as close as possible. All right, let's take the move off of there and look at it. That looks pretty good. I could maybe go down one more notch. I'll go right here. And I can take off that stitch key. But if I go down one more notch, more of this is going to show. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to keep it there. Press that again so I can see. Let's see, let's try this. It's hard because you can only see a little part at a time here. But that is looking good to me. It's looking good enough that I think I'm going to go with it. Looks good up there. And take that off again so we can look. I think that'll be good. So I'm going to set it up now to stitch. All right, so I'll press the OK button to exit this screen. And then I will do a trace before I stitch this just to be sure we're within the hoop, which we should be, but I always do a trace because I have had a needle hit a mighty hoop and it is not a good situation. All right, we'll do the trace next. To do that, I want to make sure I'm on needle number 1, so I go to the second icon in from the right. And I am on needle number 1. This lists all the needles, so I press OK. And then I'm going to do this key. I press that. Right now it's all the way to the back. You can see the needle is plenty away from the hoop over there. Go to the side. Still plenty of room, which I'm not going to be stitching on that side, but good to know. This is the side I'm most concerned about. And still plenty of room over there. I guess I wouldn't say plenty of room, but enough room. And because I'm stitching out the little gown, well, I suppose that is going to come out all the way, so it'll be okay. All right, and then press that. Take it back to the middle. Press OK. And now I need to go to the embroidery screen and find the little top of that dress that I want to stitch. So to do that, I will press the plus minus needle sign here, the next to the 600 or whatever speed you have your machine at, and head on down. So I think I'm going to go, I can't remember which step this is, so I'm just going to start looking by pressing these. You can press these and it'll take you to the different spots. There's her hair. There is the shirt, and that would be the outline stitch, which I think I will do the outline stitch just to make sure that I'm on this as good as I can be. So I will go ahead and move back up to that by pressing that arrow and put it on the outline stitch, and then I will be stitching that first. I'm going to turn the speed down to 400 just because if I'm not happy with where this is stitching, I can stop it a little faster. So I'll go ahead and get it started. So far, so good. And I forgot, I need to put this little hand up so it stops at the next stitch. If I did not have that hand up, it would have kept going. But it looks really good. I'll give you a close-up of what it looks like. The outline looks pretty perfect on that, so I'm very pleased with the placement. Alright, next I will be stitching the satin stitch. And right now I have a mesh stabilizer ironed to the garment. And then I have a mesh stabilizer in the hoop. It's a cutaway. And now I'm going to just put this tearaway piece underneath that little shirt area just to give it a little extra stability for stitching this out. Sorry, I moved the camera there. All right, here we go. I'll turn the speed up to 500. I can just press the plus key while the machine is running and it will turn up. You can see that. Oh, I guess what I did there is that was the stitch that holds it down. So now I need to find the stitch that actually will put the satin stitch around it. I'm giving you a full view of the screen again because I'm a visual person, so I like to show you what I'm doing. All right, and I'm just going to keep pressing keys until I find the shirt, which might be down here because that's a darker color. I just don't remember. So if one thing you could do, and I should be doing, is just look at my computer design and find it, and there it is. So, all right, I don't want it to stitch those little snowflakes again, those little dots that you see. So what I'm going to do is find out what's going to stitch first here, and to do that I'm going to go back on Embrilliance to look that up. I could do it here also by pressing keys, which I guess I'll do that since we're at the machine. So I'll press 1. That's going to take me to where it's going to start stitching, and it's showing me it is going to stitch on this little shirt. So that's good. I will watch the design and stop it as soon as it stops doing the satin stitch and wants to move to the snowflake. Something else you could do if you have Embrilliance is you could go in and delete the snowflakes if you didn't want to have to watch this. But I'm going to watch it and see what it does, and then I'll actually show you at the end how I would delete them on Embrilliance. So here we go with that. giving you a full view now so you can watch with me when it stops, and I will stop the machine. Here is the finished product taken out of the hoop, and it turned out really nicely. The stitching is over the dress very nicely, and you wouldn't know that I had to redo this. So I'm very pleased with it and thankful for the camera on the PR1055X. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to get this good of placement. I know I promised to show you how to take those snowflakes out in Embrilliance, and I'm planning to do a separate video for that so that this video can be finished since it's gotten pretty long. I thank you for watching, and if you have learned something new and or enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also be sure to press subscribe if you want to be notified of future videos. Happy stitching! Bye!